I feel like whenever I put that energy into the content, it also just, I don't know, it really flows and it feels more authentic and more me. But I also feel like my body is really trying to get used to that feeling, because I feel like mentally I'm already there, but physically my body is just adjusting, and I feel like I've been sleeping so badly these days. Episode 5 is like full circle for me for now. Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the 5th episode. This episode is all about living in alignment and actually all of the reflections I've made over the past episodes and also in general just the past months in life integrated in my real life. And I think it's so interesting because it's also just a big shift internally that I've made, and it's interesting to see how the body is reacting to it instead of mentally, because I feel like mentally you're already in a new chapter or a new era, but physically your body really needs to get used to it. And I'm literally in the middle of it all. Also, the way I started, I'm just really happy that I just put myself out there, even though I just felt really scared, but in a way also just, okay, let's go for it, not think twice about it. And now I'm at this point where I'm still hesitating sometimes and questioning myself because my body is reacting certain ways, but I'm slowly getting used to that feeling and knowing that this is how it should be and it's all part of this process. And in this episode I'm going to talk about how I've been using all these reflections and how I've been integrating it in my real life, and how I'm trying my best to really live in alignment and stay close to myself, and yeah, really listen to my inner voice and really trust the process. I've been more aware of my inner stability and knowing I can always count on myself whenever I need it, but also knowing when to reach out to the right people whenever I need that as well, because I believe I need to have a balance between being on my own and the connection, because we are all human, so we really need to be connected with each other. But I also feel like my body is really trying to get used to that feeling, because I feel like mentally I'm already there, but physically my body is just adjusting, and I feel like I've been sleeping so badly these days, and it's such a strange feeling. And I've been really trying to slow down and really check in with myself and really give my body the time to adjust to these new things and new way of living. And it's just confusing but also very freeing at the same time. When it comes to working, I feel like I've been finding such a good balance when it comes to working now, because before I would have been too focused on wanting to do so much in one day. I feel like I can go at such a high speed. So now I'm able to give myself also the break whenever I need it, or feel like, okay, this is done. Like, I don't need to do more than this. I can just leave it for now. I can do it tomorrow again, or it's fine. And now I'm realizing that I found a healthy way. I think I've been overextending myself for the longest time, and now I'm realizing, for what am I actually doing this? Because it's not helping me in any way. So now is just really the moment to take that step back and realize, okay, what is actually changing from not overextending anymore? And I feel like it's only giving me more peace and more clarity and more energy for things that I want to put energy into. I think something that I did before was really forcing momentum, and I just felt like I actually already talked about it in the previous question, but I was talking about trying to rush and speed up the process, and now I'm also realizing, okay, no, it's not always the right way to do it, but you learn along the way, of course. So now I'm realizing how I'm very focused on having the structure for myself, so I'm able to actually get things done, but also not go too much in depth, because before I would have lost myself along the way. And also now when it comes to these episodes, I really made this promise with myself, okay, I'll just go with the flow and see how it goes. And episode 5 is like full circle for me for now, and I put a lot of time and energy in this, and I feel like I've been talking so much and it has been so much fun. And this is also just my creative energy, where I feel like, okay, now I really want to focus more on other things, where my energy needs to be saved for other specific things. And this is definitely not the end, because these episodes are part of something really exciting and special and related to self-development and really finding that clarity within yourself and knowing what direction you want to go into in life right now. I think it's just very nice to be able to make these decisions myself, and also not be hard on myself, and know when it is the right time to stop and continue with something new. And yeah, it has been really, really nice so far, and just having the control and making these decisions. And yeah, I think in general it just makes my creative soul just very, very happy, and I'm just very excited what is coming. I have definitely experienced pressure along the way, and those times I really try to check in with myself and see, okay, how am I reacting to this? And sometimes I would react by working harder, doing more, and really pushing through. But now also realizing that I don't need to, and I shouldn't do it because I feel pressure from anything external. Because I know I trust what I can do, and I know I believe in myself, I believe in the work that I make, I believe in my story, and I know that there are so many people out there that can resonate. Also, when it comes to posting content, I'm actually going with the flow and really feeling what feels right in that moment. But within, there is a system. I have like the pillars and where I focus on specifically, and so it is aligned and it makes all sense for the viewer. And the story in general is just, it all does make sense. But I do feel like whenever it feels more personal to me, whatever I'm going through, or there is something specific that I found online, or I felt inspired, I really feel like sharing it. I feel like whenever I put that energy into the content, it also just, I don't know, it really flows and it feels more authentic and more me. And I think it also just really aligns with like the philosophy of my studio, where I'm really listening to my intuition in the moment, and I just feel like, okay, this is actually the right post to post right now and to share with the world. And that's also what I'm learning. I do try to plan every now and then, so it's not too stressful, but I also just take it step by step and go with the flow, because that's just the way I am, and I feel like that is just really the way to go. And as I said, this will be the very last episode for now. I will be coming back at the end of July and tell you a little bit more about the cycles I was talking about, because this is really part of life. We go through these different cycles, and sometimes it's just this endless loop of lessons, learnings. And after all, we're all human and we make mistakes. We learn from a lot of things in our lives, but it's also about just being and not trying to always wanting to be perfect, because that's just not possible. But whenever we feel the need to go back into these cycles and really go back inwards and see what is happening within ourselves, we will always return stronger and back to ourselves. I feel like it has been such a journey so far, and I'm so happy that I captured all of this. And yeah, I'm still kind of shocked or getting used to doing all of this. And I think little me would have never thought that I would be talking in front of the camera and sharing all of my thoughts and just my journey in general. And I'm very proud of myself for getting this far. Also keep an eye on my socials, Luáh Studios on Instagram and TikTok. I will be sharing more until I share another video on here, so I'm very excited. But yeah, for now, have a lovely summer, and I really hope to see you soon.